9 News at 6.
It's something that has happened time and time again across the country and even here in Western Oregon. A gunman opening fire in schools and other crowded places. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Templeman.
I'm Renee McCullough. Would you know what to do if the unthinkable happened? How do you survive, and what can you do to help others? Well, KEZI 9 News reporter Michael Severin answers those questions in our special report.
May 21st, 1998, a day that Donnie Myers will never forget. A Springfield police officer at the time, he was parked near Thurston High School doing paperwork in his patrol car. Suddenly, he heard the radio come to life. A shooter inside the school.
At that point, we didn't have active shooter training. We still had shotguns in our cars as opposed to rifles.
Myers rushed into action, and soon he and another officer were able to arrest the shooter. But he wasn't ready for what he experienced next.
It's kind of a panoramic view of the cafeteria of all the injured, shot kids, basically.
After leaving the Springfield Police Department, Myers became the head of campus security at New Hope Christian College in Southwest Eugene. There, he says he told the students to remember 3 simple things in the event of a mass shooter: run, hide, fight.
If we can't prevent these incidents, how we can minimize injuries and stop the threats.
Run. Myers says if you can leave the area safely, do it, and always err on the side of caution.
If you hear what sounds like gunshots, let's err on the side of them being gunshots and get the heck out of there.
Hide. If you can't run, make it hard for the shooter to get to you. Barricade a door, turn off the lights.
It's the world's most important game of hide and seek.
And if it comes to it, Myers says fight like your life depends on it, because it will.
Fight with all you got. They're not looking for confrontation. They want easy targets.
But after the shooting stops, what can you do to help others who have been wounded?
Initially, we were expecting anywhere from 20 to 25 victims. We had no idea what was actually coming.
Dr. Travis Lippman, the trauma medical director at Peace Health Riverbend, tells me 3 of the victims from the 2015 mass shooting at Umpqua Community College ended up in their care. Obviously, the faster a victim can be taken to the hospital, the better their chances of survival. But Lippman says there's still a lot we can all do to help.
One of the victims who had multiple extremity injuries, that becomes really important to try and control that hemorrhage.
Jim Cole, the injury prevention coordinator at Peace Health, says just like CPR, people need to know how to stop bleeding. He says the average response time for ambulances across the country is 7 to 10 minutes. But people can bleed out in under 5 minutes. And during an active shooter situation, it can take longer for EMS to help.
It takes a while in those kinds of active shooter or terrorist situations for medical personnel to be able to safely go in.
I've never touched one of these before. So
he gave me a crash course on how to save a life, and it was easier than I thought. Using a tourniquet on an arm or a leg, you can cut off the blood flow to a limb, saving a life.
What we want to do is we want to kind of lock this off so that it doesn't move anywhere.
Cole says if you don't have a tourniquet, you can use a shirt or any clean clothes to pack the wound, meaning sticking your hand inside the wound and applying pressure to stop the bleeding.
I have to admit, it's a weird feeling putting my hand in someone else's body like this, but experts tell me that this is the way to save someone's life if you don't have a tourniquet.
As for Myers, he says while these skills can save your life and those around you, he's urging other people that if they see something, say something, so the shooting doesn't happen in the first place.
Just a little bit heightened sense of awareness will definitely go a long way.
Awareness and knowledge that could save you and your family's life. In Eugene, I'm Michael Severin, KEZI 9 News.